Big news. Arch Warhammer is back on YouTube. Okay? Arch Warhammer is back on YouTube. Let's go! Honestly, cannot tell you how happy I am about this news, okay? Incredible memes. Incredible memes. He's back. He's back in business. So, long story short, his channel got hacked, his channel got deleted, and now his channel's back, okay? His name's just Arch now, yeah, he had to drop the Warhammer bit. And this kind of coalesces. This coalesces between 2 points. So Arch Warhammer comes back to YouTube, based, okay, that's good, I like that. Point number 2, though, for those of you that don't know, there is some controversy about an upcoming game. Okay? So, for those of you that aren't aware, Mass Effect, as you know, the trilogy, the Shepard trilogy, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, okay? Basically, is coming out as a Legendary Edition with better graphics, you know, things like that, right? It's basically been rejigged a little bit to be like, you know, more up to date, okay? So, let me show you this story though. Mass Effect Legendary Edition has adjusted those gratuitous shots of Miranda's bottom. So for those of you that don't know, Miranda is a character that's introduced in Mass Effect 2. She's like engineered. She's like engineered to be like the perfect woman. Yeah? And basically, well, let's go through the article. Let's go through the article quickly and we'll read it, okay? And that'll give you some more insight. BioWare's upcoming Mass Effect Legendary Edition has taken a fresh look at the trilogy's gratuitous camera angles, focusing on Mass Effect 2 character Miranda, or more specifically her bottom, her bum, her ass, and has made some changes. Speaking to Metro, Legendary Edition project director Mark Walters said that times have moved on since the original game's launch and adjustments have been made to a few things which stood out. I do think a lot of things have evolved since the original game, Walters said. I don't know if I would say we were ultra concerned about it or anything like that, but there were considerations. Kevin Meek, Environment and Character Director, actually called out some camera cuts that were just, why was that focusing on Miranda's butt? So in some cases we said, okay, we can make a change there. Now look, I played Mass Effect 2 a long time ago, okay? I played Mass Effect 2 a long time ago, and I remember when, like, I played that game, and it was like, it was weird. It was weird. The ways in which, like, the camera focused on her ass. It was like, why is it doing that for? That's a bit weird. Why am I staring at this character's ass when she's saying something? Anita Sarkeesian 1. Now, what do I think about this? I mean, you know, I mean, I don't really care. Like, whatever. It doesn't make any difference to me, really. Is Mass Effect 2... Here's the big question, okay? Is Mass Effect 2 going to be a worse game because they've removed these gratuitous shots? Like, I don't think it is. I don't think you're going to... You probably won't even notice. You know, if they hadn't made a big deal out of this, unless you were some, like, super nerdy Mass Effect fan who loves women's asses, you probably wouldn't have even noticed the difference. But obviously they've made this announcement about it, right? So yeah, it's like, I don't know. I can't gather the will to care about this. That's my honest perspective on it, okay? But I do think they were pretty ridiculous at the time. But if they'd been included, I wouldn't have batted an eyelid. They've not been included. I don't care. So, let's continue with this article, and then we're going to watch that Arch video about it. I'm really looking forward to this. This is going to be good. Other camera changes include some awkward angles for Shepard, which were clearly designed purely with a male Shepard model in mind. For example, playing through these as female Shepard means she sits there man-spreading in a skirt, and it's just ridiculous and a bit broken to watch. A male Shepard animation would have him sitting with his legs quite wide open with a low camera where, if you're wearing a skirt, it would be a bit unflattering, Walters continued. So we can't necessarily change that animation, but you can raise that camera up slightly to reduce the problem. Mass Effect character Miranda is defined by her appearance and are coming to terms with the fact that her DNA was genetically modified by her father is a major part of her overall character arc, but the trilogy's writing does a good enough job of tackling this without players constantly being reminded of her body with cameras, shots of her in a catsuit. So yeah, there we go. And yeah, Counter-Psychic, it's worth bearing in mind that, like, obviously they don't care about social issues, you know, this is just like, if anything, the fact this has been reported in the way that it has, I think is like, to trigger the rightoids, to get this outrage marketing going on. Like, I genuinely think that probably is a big indicator of like why this has happened, you know? So yeah, I don't really care, but obviously a lot of people do care, and one of the people that cares about this is Arch Warhammer. Mass Effect Legendary will censor Miranda's ass, but leave the ending unchanged. Priorities. Why would they change the ending, though? Okay, I'll be honest, right? If they want to change certain things, that like little cuts here and there, fine. But, like, it's supposed to be the Legendary Edition of a game that's already come out. Like, they're not going to, like, add new content, right? Like, it would be silly of them to add new content, surely, because the idea is you play the games as they kind of existed, and they got all the add-on content as well, obviously, like 40 pieces of DLC with it. Yeah, the canon is the canon. Yeah, exactly. Unless you want to do a different Mass Effect game that retcons it or whatever, but, you know. So yeah, it just seems odd to me that... Anyway, let's see what Arch has got to say, alright? And let's laugh at his weird accent.
BioWare to edit sexualized cutscenes in Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Because of course they are. That's the most pressing problem with the Mass Effect trilogy.
Well, no, it's the extended ending that they released after, because obviously at first people were really happy. It's the extended ending where you've got the different options that you can do, and then, you know, yeah, you get
ending of the characters, their shapely behinds, and not the trashfire ending of the third game and the de facto finale of the trilogy. Priorities, a damn tricky thing to get right. This is an article from over.
Wait, but it includes the DLC that improved the ending of Mass Effect 3. Is he saying that he wants more? He wants another ending on top of that? I never played through the whole of Mass Effect 3. I watched the ending and stuff because I was really invested in the story. But I'm looking forward to this coming out. Actually, I might even play it on stream if my laptop can handle it. Like, I might even play the entire Mass Effect trilogy on stream. That might be pretty fun.
At Bounding Into Comics, a site I highly recommend, by the way, and I'll leave a link down in the description.
Oh, God.
And this is, hell, this is almost quaint, isn't it? I mean, this is early Gamergate level problems right here. Considering the shit we have to deal with now, this is almost like, I'm looking back at this going, I wish pointless stuff like this was the worst we had to deal with in video games, because this is utterly and truly pointless. So this is a problem right now. Like, this is I don't see the issue with this camera angle. Okay, it focuses a bit on her butt, right? Fair enough. But that's because Miranda Lawson is supposed to be a hot character. She's supposed to be attractive. In fact, she was literally engineered to be attractive.
But yeah, exactly. Like, what, you know... Why? I remember playing at the time and thinking, God, why do I have to keep looking at this woman's art? Like, look at it! It's like so focused on it. Look at it. It's silly, isn't it? Look at it! Like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't have been that bothered if it was in the game, but like, I don't know, it just, you know, when I heard that they were changing it, I was like, I just thought, oh yeah, it was always a bit weird that it focused so much on her ass. It was always a bit weird, so yeah, okay. But yeah, obviously these guys are really mad about it. All these shots took place when you're supposed to be having a heart-to-heart with Miranda as well. It was weird. Yeah, you were supposed to be having some emotive conversation with Miranda about some terrible thing from her past, and it was literally just a picture of her butt.
That's one of the things that I love about her backstory, because you see her the first time and you go like, oh, yeah, she is pretty. Yeah, she's really hot. And that's all you really think to begin with. Then you get to know her, and she tells...
What's it? Thank you very much for the 50 bits, Bilderberg. I appreciate it. The guys that ruin your shooter, PR, remember, they're at it again. The backstory.
That her father literally made her undergo surgeries and sculptured her into being the perfect beauty to use her for his own gains. That is a good plot right there. That is a good plot twist. That is beauty with a dark past. That's cool. That's really cool.
That is beauty with a dark past. Oh my god. The thing is, though, that is all explained in the story. It's her loyalty quest that you have to do. Because one of the mechanics in Mass Effect 2 is you need to go on like a suicide mission at the end of the game. And if you don't have the right loyalty from your characters, it can mean that they die on the suicide mission. But if you go on to get their loyalty, go and get their loyalty, they're more loyal to you, so then they survive the suicide mission at the end. So yeah, but that's all explained in a loyalty mission. Like, it's all there. Like, all of that information is there. So I don't understand why it's like, okay, so because we've got this story about Miranda being like modified or whatever, that means we have to show pictures of her ass all the time.
Cool. But this is the current year, and so this is a problem. This is an issue, of course, here, but BioWare, are you going far enough, is the question. What if I have a fetish for, like, kind of the female back shoulder area, you know, the movement there? What if that? You need to deal with that, or nape of the neck. Now that's for connoisseurs right there. Or
oh my god, my bro Arch has got a neck nape fetish. What on earth am I finding? Horny Arch, yeah. Nape of the neck gang. Anyone else holding back vomit? I don't blame you. It's pretty weird, isn't it?
What else we got? This, for example, yeah, that's some damn hot silicon you've got there.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be. I forgot about this. They had this robot with massive tits. This robot with like massive breasts. Look at that. What were BioWare thinking? Bunch of Kumas. There was a bunch of Kumas at the BioWare office doing character design and figuring out, like, you know, the images they were going to show. Yeah, make sure. Listen, make sure that robot has got massive tits. They need to be bigger, 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 bigger. How much Mass Effect porn do you think this guy has? Terabytes, probably. To be fair, women do have massive breasts sometimes. I know, but it's just weird that, like, look at the way this character is presented. It's like, you know, if this was not a robot and a woman, she'd just have naked breasts in the game. Lara Croft. Raid incoming. Okay, who's raiding?
Wise.
Hey! Lexi, thanks for the raid. I hope you're good. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Welcome. To be fair, robots do have massive breasts sometimes when horny guys make them. Oh my god. I've just realised. So just for those of you that are joining us from the raid, we're watching Arch Warhammer talk about the news that BioWare are making changes to the Mass Effect special Masterful Edition, or whatever it's called, where they're changing some of the shots because they focused on certain characters' asses. And we're also just laughing about the fact that one of the characters had absolutely enormous robo breasts. And we're talking about the fact that BioWare was essentially full of Kumas. BioWare was just wall-to-wall Kumas when they were making Mass Effect. Okay? If I was a robot, I'd have big robot tits. Fair enough, why not? Go for it.
Why is this a topic? Well, and she's wearing gloves. Gloves, BioWare. Need I say more?
What? Wait, what? What's the gloves about? Is there such a thing as a glove fetish? Is that a thing? Can you have a glove fetish? Everything is a fetish, what? Apparently. So gloves is a fetish, nape of the neck is a fetish, broad shoulders is a fetish. Of course you can. Can I click on this? Glove fetishism. Oh no, listen, I don't listen. Well, I can't. Hey, guess what? I can't get demonetized, can I? So I might as well just show it. Isn't that just the nurse at the doctor's office? Is that a picture of a nurse? Oh my God! Shuffle Kitty the cat. What are you doing? No, this is not for Cumin. Let's continue.
Again, it's almost quaint, but this has, of course, been a kind of a long-standing thing these days. This was a rather interesting little comic around here. Kukuryo, Western video game characters in the 2000s. You've got a chiseled male character there, bald, short cut. You know, he's fit, he's handsome, he looks confident, attractive, and you've got a hot female next to him. A little bit of a sassy look, a little seductive. You know, the red hair, fit.
Oh my God! Arch Warhammer jerks it to Rule 34 porn. There's no doubt about it. He is jerking himself raw to FemShep every night before he goes to sleep. Incredible. Is this the boob armor thing that people complain about as well?
Large tits. Again, confident.
Wait, what?
You know, the red hair, fit, large tits.
Oh my God, that was so good. Wait.
And you've got a hot female next to him. A little bit of a sassy look, a little seductive. You know, the red hair, fit, large tits. Again, confident. You know, the red hair, fit, large tits. Again, confident pose. And then the Western video game characters in the 2000s. 2020s.
Wait.
Large tits. Large tits. Again, fit, large tits. You know, the red hair, fit, large tits. Again, confident.
Oh my God! I've got to get that as a notification. I've got to get that as a notification. That's so good. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's too good. He's a profile picture, Joseph de Maistre. He's cooming off screen. Oh my God.
And then the Western video game characters in the 2000s. 2020s, excuse me. Yeah. It's funny because it's true. It's just the male character, except there's some lumps here. That's about it. And that is the case.
Wait, what? What's going on here? I'm a bit confused. Is this supposed to be the... I don't even know what's going on here. Can anyone explain this to me? Is this... I don't understand. Is this... I've got literally no idea what he's trying to imply here. Is this supposed to be a girl on the right? Like a mask present... I have no idea. Lady is just a man but with booba. Okay. Yeah, I don't really understand the point of this comic. I mean, is it called Trigger Happy? Like, Jesus.
Because this... I've talked about this before, but there is very clearly a war on attractive female characters. It's not like we don't have the technology to make hot female characters. Jesus, of course we do. But these days, stuff like King of Fighters is being censored. Mortal Kombat is being censored. And hell, to just prove a little bit of a point here. First and foremost, ask yourself, what was the last video game you played that had attractive female characters? Now, to be fair, we're actually kind of lucky right now, because Cyberpunk had some pretty attractive ones. Pan Am, Judy, not bad. Corpo Chick, not bad at all. It's only like 2 or 3, but hey, it's something. But I want to show you this right here. 25 female video game characters that will drain more than your stamina. Wink, wink. I'm just...
Oh, wait, what is this? What is going on? No, he's looking at a literal Kuma list. This is a literal list for Kumas to let you know which video game characters you should jerk off to.
Angel, King of Fighters, right? That's an old series. Anne Williams, that's an ancient-ass series. Aya Bree, Parasite Eve, old. Bayonetta, old. Catherine, old. Chloe Fraser, alright. Chun-Li, Felicia, Fran, Goddess Attain, Helena Douglas, Jill Valentine, ancient. You're seeing a theme here. Juliet Starling, Kazumi, Lara Croft. God, that... Lara Croft is literally like the grandmother of hot chicks in video games. The first hot chick character. Lightning, attractive? Mercy, that's probably the newest one. Overwatch. That's what? 2016, I want to say. That's probably the most recent one. And to be fair, Overwatch did have a lot of attractive characters, which is why it spawned a considerable quantity of little animations. Not that I, you know, parade. No, stop myself there. And there you go, Miranda English, Lawson, Morrigan Aisland, Nova Terra, Poison, Samus Aran, Sofita, Tifa Lockhart, Yennefer. Right, so the most recent ones we've got is 4 years? 4 or 5 years? It kind of shows you my point, doesn't it? And again, this isn't an accident. People aren't accidentally making ugly-ass female characters. That's not a thing. That's just, oh, well, you know, we failed a little bit there. And some of it's understandable. Like, for example, there's Female Shepherd. Apparently, they were only really doing male shepherd movements for the animations, and some of Femme Shepherd's their movements are a little bit like off, a little bit wonky, a little not quite flowing, you know. And they want to redo that. You know, fair enough. Adding in some more feminine movements, changing the camera, where apparently she had an upskirt shot. All right.
Oh hey, Grimace, how's it going? He's not mad about the current characters. He just wishes his preference for female characters was still being presented. I mean, well, I don't know. Times have moved on, unfortunately, and having some you know, some woman with like massive tits and a skinny waist just isn't what the market demands anymore. You know.
All right, fair enough.
No, you're good.
I see the rationale.
Coom away. It's all good. Don't worry.
I'll be behind that. But the rest of this, what is it? Team has made edits some of the game's more well-rounded cutscenes. Why? What is the reason? What's the problem? Some criticism. When pressed on the accusations leveled against the developers that certain characters and designs, such as the all-female Azari or Eddie's robot body, were made specifically pander to a male audience. And what is the problem with that? Are you telling me that...
I mean, look, come on, that is absurd. Like, that's ridiculous. Right? Like, come on. I remember seeing this like, I remember... when did Mass Effect come out? When did Mass Effect, like, come out? Where did Mass Effect 3, for example, release date? 2012. Yeah, 2012. So, I remember, you know, playing that game, and you had all the Mass Effect stuff we've been talking about, Miranda stuff. But then this robot was just like, the proportions were just like absurd. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense to me. That it doesn't make sense now.
The other character, like, of course, they are male romance options. Who do you think they're supposed to pander to? It's retarded. It's actually I have missed this kind of article. I actually have. I genuinely have, because it shows you how backwards this is. Wolves noted, I do think a lot of things have evolved since the original games, but I don't know if I would say we were ultra concerned about it or anything like that, but there were considerations. Like, why? If you are making a female romance character, right, who is supposed to be attractive to a male character, is that not the very...
Of course he's missed this. He needs articles like this for content. Yeah, of course. Like, the thing with me now is, like, when I heard about Miranda's thing, you know, the camera angle's getting changed, my first thought was, okay, this is going to be a little bit of content because, like, some idiot will make some video about it. And then obviously Arch did, and I was like, oh my god, this is absolutely perfect. It's like a combination of being able to announce Arch's return to YouTube for people that watch my stuff, and being able to cover this article. Because, I honestly have got no interest in this whatsoever. It literally is just a case of talking about this because it's a bit of content and it's fun and I enjoy doing it. Like, there's nothing serious here, you know? It literally is just so meaningless in the grand scheme of things. Because I guarantee you will play the game and you won't even notice if you didn't know to look for it. But yeah, people are saying about playing Mass Effect on stream. I think I will when this comes out. I don't know what the release date of this is, but I'll probably get it. You know, because I've been meaning to play through the entire Mass Effect series. Because I think the story's really good. I mean, you might have a bit of a point. Demographics could have changed too. Does it make women feel inadequate to have them to have those kind of body types? It's certainly not in men and masses that complained. Men found them funny, but none of them hardcore complained, I think. I mean, literally, all it is times, times have changed a little bit. There are more gamers. And the thing is, there is an audience of big gamers out there that aren't like, young teenage boys, right? Like, there's older guys that aren't so interested in that stuff anymore, like maybe married men that maybe aren't as bothered about it. And also there's obviously, different genders of gamer now as well, not just dudes. So there's a number of things going on here, I think is probably the best way to think of it, I'd say, But yeah. It's something over nothing, really, all in all. It's something over nothing, I'd say. You think we should make a game for him where every NPC is just a massive set of bonkers? Married men are still into it. They're just not allowed to say so. Okay.
Damn point of it. If you're making a romance for a female character, won't you make a hot male character? Because those are still there. Those are still put in bloody every game. It's still common. We don't have butt-ugly male characters in every game, do we? Why don't we? Because this is a little bit of a one-way street, isn't it? Walters, Kevin, and Meek actually called out some camera cuts that were just, why was that focusing on Miranda's butt? I'll tell you, it's because she's hot. And because you want the male character to be attracted to her. That's why. Hell...
Wait, but... What? How does that... Oh, God. But the male characters got the perspective... Oh, I don't know. That's too confusing to contend with. Does he think Kratos is hot? Maybe.
Even women, I'm pretty sure, can see a shapely tush and go, yes. 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 Yes.
God, this dude has got the best voice, but also the worst voice on the entirety of YouTube. I honestly love this guy's voice so much, but also think it's absolutely ridiculous.
Hell, you'll score points with the lesbian market too. It's very inclusive, don't you understand? So in some cases, we said, okay, we can make a change there. He recalled, but ultimately to change an entire character model or something like that wasn't really, it was a decision that was made as part of many creative decisions, and just showing it as the best possible fidelity that we could going forward is really the choice for all the art that we had. So at least they didn't outright change the character.
Wait, what's this? What's this, Dr. Potter? I would respect these people more if they were just like, I'm horny and I want to look at ass, instead of spinning it into some kind of Orwellian cultural Marxist zeitgeist. Yeah, someone referred to this as censorship. Someone referred to this as censorship. I really don't think you can justify this as censorship. Because the studio is of their own volition and own decision making changes to a product that they want to put out there. It's not like this is being enforced by someone else. It's not like a third party is coming and saying, you must change these things. Even if that was the case, I don't know if it would quite meet the definition of censorship, because it's literally just edits. I don't know, it's a bit weird. Bit weird to think of it as censorship, but anyway.
Yes, I guess that's something. But then there's the ending. Sure, you know the controversies around the ending, admitted, and we understand, I certainly understand, how that didn't hit with some people. But I don't think you suddenly just go ahead and try to change anything in that regard. Again, priorities. So this is bad enough to the point that they need to go into an old video game and remove it. This is critical. We gotta change this. This is just, oof. I mean, my eyes burn just looking at it. This is a crime.
But they've said themselves, like, the developers have said themselves, like, oh, it's not really that big a deal, but we're just going to change it. Like, they've not even... They're just like, yeah, well, we'll probably just change it, because it's a bit out of touch. Damn, I'm tired today. What the hell?
And this needs to be fixed. But the awful-ass ending that took 3 otherwise pretty damn good, great video games and just flushed it straight down the shitter. You're just gonna stand back and watch that piece of poop just swirling down the pipes, aren't you? That's fine. That's no issues. You couldn't at least add in like an alternative ending or explain it a little bit better? You couldn't do at least that much? No. But female asses, that's gotta go. I remember, I'm old enough to actually remember a time when feminism was for the liberation of the female form, when they were parading in the streets buck naked. But, well, that's been a while ago now, hasn't it? Yeah. So dumb. So dumb.
Yeah, that's another point as well. This would have taken, like, barely any time to do. I can't imagine this would have taken any time. Because they said, in fact... They said that there was a piece of DLC called Pinnacle Station from Mass Effect 1, and basically the source code, or the code for it, has been corrupted, and they didn't have the original source code to put into the game, and they did look into remaking it completely to make sure the thing was complete, but they discovered that if they did that, it would have taken an extra 6 months of development to do so they canned it and said, we're just not going to be able to include this one, like, totally minor piece of DLC in the game. So, you know, clearly they're not looking to spend lots and lots of time, you know, amending and changing things. So this is probably something that they could have changed very easily, I'd imagine. First thing I see is a blue ass on the screen. Wait, does this guy think changing some animation and changing a whole storyline are comparable? Well, that's the thing, right? If you want to have a different ending and you want to change it from the DLC ending, which is already included... You'd need to probably go as far... Like, you need to record new lines, right? Like, you'd need to record new lines of dialogue. Like, think about the things that you'd have to do if you wanted to change things to that level. Like, you'd have to go and, like, record dialogue, write scripts, like, come up with ideas about the different endings, different story ideas. Bounding into comics. Oh, yeah, Bounding into comics is like, the One Angry Gamer. It's a similar kind of thing. Similar kind of content. The question is having an enticing Kuma female character a bad thing in a game? I mean, I don't think it's an inherently bad thing. Like, you can have that if you want. But the problem you've got is these people are responding to market circumstances and demand, right? And as it stands at the moment, the market isn't really calling for like a character... like a Lara Croft type character. Generally speaking, it seems to me that what is called for is more of a like, I don't know. Yeah, if it was like every character's right, I don't know. Like I say, I just play the game. When I play a video game, okay, I just play the game. I'm not really interested in like all the window dressing and stuff. I just want to play it and see if it's good, you know. Anyway, if you want to see character, if you want to see ass, go and play Rust with the nakedness turned on. You can jerk yourself for all day to that, okay? Easy.
And again, I would highly recommend you go visit Bounding Into Comics because they are one of relatively few sites that actually do articles like this, calling this shit out. They also had a recent spat with a Star Wars actor as well, who was saying racist shit on Twitter, which Star Wars, of course, defended. Again, I'd recommend you check it out. Anywho, until next time, I've been Arch. Thank you all very much for watching, and... I missed it. Something light-hearted like this. Something just actually dumb, you know? Not social media censoring people, becoming more powerful in the US government, Not Valve working with China to cut millions of their customers out of the market. Just something actually stupid. It's refreshing. It really is. Have a good day.
Hey. Oh, there we go. So what we got to say about that? What we got to say about a whole video dedicated to some fucking changes to some ass thing. Pathetic. Yeah, that's the best way of looking at it. I can't understand how someone can think changing animations is comparable to creating completely new storylines, scenery, lines of dialogue, and probably designs. Because it fits your narrative, right? If you can push this narrative that they're the wokeoids. Oh, the wokeoids have come in and they're making these changes to this game, and it's because they're woke and blah blah blah. That's an easier narrative. What's that thing of like comforting truths and easy lies? What is it? Comforting lies, difficult truths. This is it. Unpleasant truths. Like, you know, like the unpleasant truth for them is that times have changed, the market demands have changed, and people just aren't as interested in that sort of stuff in their video games anymore broadly. And it's only them that are desperately holding on to like how it used to be 20 years ago. Plus the asses are still there, right? It's only the cutscene camera angles that were changed. Yeah, as far as I know, the ass... Okay, for anyone concerned, my understanding is Miranda's thickness will remain the same, okay? Would you rather believe a comforting lie or a bleak truth? I mean, I'm interested in truth generally, so... Well, this is a good point, but is it really changed? Can you prove it? Everyone was happy about the upcoming Resident Evil Village Big Mummy hypersexualized vampire with 2 big bum and breasts, but then I remember it was made by Capcom, Japanese company. They still do that stuff. I wonder if character would have been created if made by Western World USA or like a Swedish company. Now look, listen. The reason is for that, it's not because she's just a big-titted character. It's because she's a vampire, and the joke and the meme is like this character's like an evil vampire character, but she's got big mummy milkers. So I'm gonna simp for her. It's a meme. It's like a silly meme. It's a joke. It's not seriously like all these people are like, oh, awooga, honk honk. Like it's the meme. Like, do you know what I mean? It's supposed to be a joke. Like it's not like that's my read of it anyway. I don't think people are unironically like, oh wow, like oh yeah, can't wait. Like the amount of memes I've seen about it are so good. But even Japanese, I mean, look at the like they. I mean, normally like look at what happened with Jill Valentine. Jill Valentine was changed massively for the Resident Evil 3 remake. I remember making a video about it at the time. Anyway, there we go. That's the end of the video. That's the end of that piece of content. I hope I enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. It was fun. It was all good fun.